So we're gonna be, yeah, right. We're gonna be here in the ankle lock. So because today's comp day, what we're gonna do is, instead of like static drilling, I'm gonna give a couple options from here as the attacker and then a couple options as the defender, and we're gonna just go live from the ankle lock. We're gonna practice the ankle lock, practice the ankle lock defense, right? Getting used to this position. So when I'm here in my ankle lock, remember my shin is catching on the inside and my foot's on the hip. This is traditional single leg X. My knees are pinching, and when I make my adjustment, I'm gonna use my legs to kick my partner away from me as I scoot my butt backwards. My shoulder and my chest come down, and I'm sliding back as I'm trapping the foot into my ribs. Now I'm re-catching with whatever hand sequence, but no matter what, I'm really trying to bend the toes, and I really want to trap the foot with my elbow. So right here, I'm kind of pinching his ankle, which is not what I want. I really want to catch the actual foot with my elbow and my armpit, and I use my feet to actually make that adjustment. You see how I'm bit high right here on the leg, and I use my legs as I kick, my elbow opens, and now I start leaning forward, and then I catch, and now I gather, and then I go for my finish, okay? To finish, I'm just gonna hip in right here. Now, if he pushes my foot off, I'm gonna start my belly down process by extending the leg that's in his nuts and threading the needle underneath. And immediately I'm gonna start turning, and my knee is gonna go down. This is not the finish. The finish is bringing my knee all the way over. Don't take your foot out. It's just the knee, and now my knee goes to the chest, and we start hipping into this ankle lock. Okay, in a perfect world, we're gonna go belly down. If they don't defend though, I don't wanna force belly down. I just wanna start ripping right here. It's as they defend, I will start my belly down initially, okay? Because they're gonna be off balance. For straight ankles, I'm here, I'm adjusting, and I catch with my elbow, okay? I'm stretching him. Look at how I bite high. Stretch. Catch. Now I've got him. Now I'm just driving off my feet, hip thrusting, deadlift, leg press, everything at the same time, all the strong muscle groups. And my back is what's holding the leg. A lot of people feel like it's my arm is flexing and squeezing. This doesn't add anything compared to that, the elbow bite backwards, which is more of like my shoulder and my lat and my back muscles. So I'm high, my legs are here. I'm gonna be leaning forward as my legs kick. This makes all this room for me to make a nice adjustment as I snatch the back of the ankle, and now it's on, and now I'm gonna start driving. Any questions on finishing the ankle lock? No? and now reverse. So now you have the ankle, right? When he's here on the ankle, I do not wanna do what I was originally taught, which is push the foot off and then put my hands on the mat and then bring my hips up and over that ankle, because doing what I just showed, if I do this, he's gonna start extending. Hold on, no, you already missed it. See how you started turning? This is why I'm showing this. As I push this off, I need you to start stretching your shin into my nuts, exactly. As I push it off, now you start tucking this underneath this knee. Yeah, and you make your bite and you start to push off your toes to help you turn over. See how now he's turning my leg over. Now bring your knee all the way through. Now start driving it with your hips. Give me pressure. Yeah, now he's got good pressure on it. You see what I mean though? Initially, you just started turning on your own. If I do the correct thing, his foot goes to my hip, I push this off and I want to turn away from my partner gently. I don't want to give him like a heel exposure, but I just want to turn my chest and my hip a little bit. Because if he's able to turn my knee and my hips over this way, he's going to go belly down. I don't want him to. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to start building up. And that's my zone of safety, okay? My other foot pulls heel to butt, and I use my opposite hand to build. So every single time we're here, my foot comes to my butt, and I start peeling that foot off. I'm on the top half of the foot. I'm not pushing on the ankle or the knee, and I will not lean into it and then try to push it off. I'm giving him a platform to kick on. I lean away a little. Now I found it. Now I come up. Now I start thinking about what my next step is. Okay. Questions, ankle lock?
So when you do that removal and you stand up, how do you prevent like that plant kick?
You know
what I'm talking about?
Oh, like when I step on the mat and do that? Yeah. I don't put my weight on my front leg. When I do this, I'm here and I'm leaning on my back leg. I'm almost like squatting down on that thigh and I'm leaning backwards. The downside to this is there's no weight on my foot and he can attack it. But the positive side to it is that once I put weight on this foot, he can sweep this foot. He can start twisting to the outside and knocking me over. So I like to stay back a little bit. If you start ripping a submission, I keep the foot off, I put a little bit of weight down, but I don't lean over it. If I lean over it and then he kicks me in the butt, I'm going through. But if he kicks me in the butt from here, I'm not moving at all.
Okay, and then sometimes instead of doing belly down, like you ever just plant the foot on the inside and then try to extend and stretch?
Oh yeah, of course. But in general, like especially with like brand new people, like belly down is like the best. It's like the easiest thing to look for. But by all means, at the higher levels, yeah, I prefer finishing my ankle locks just like sitting right here and hipping into the sky, whether that's a reverse butterfly hook or a butterfly hook or whatever on the knee. There's a bunch of different finishes to it. Yeah, usually when I'm here, instead of as he pushes this foot off, I start extending and going belly down. I use that to switch my grip. And then I start stepping on people and just ripping into it or transitioning into things like trend locks or other things like that. Okay, but I still want to be able to have this as my neutral. I'm pinching, I'm squeezing, trying to finish this. When he defends it, I start doing my next thing. Now I have Aokis, now I have everything else. But I want him to feel like he's doing a good job putting that foot off, and I transition. And now immediately I'm starting to fight, and I can transition through whatever I want to transition. But the belly down is the easiest one to teach, and like I can get white belts to do it day one. So I just wanted to show it, because that's what we want to avoid too. Because you get a big guy, even if they're not that good at ankle locks, you let them go belly down on you, they might finish it. Any questions? We're going live, but we're not trying to kill each other. We're trying to feel it out and just be like, ah, fuck, tap. It's like, okay, that was good. I see it now, okay? And you want to practice your defense. See how long you can survive like in the weeds. Questions? And then we'll go over heel hooks. Let's get it on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, time. Questions on the straight ankle. Questions on the straight ankle lock. You're fucked. Yeah, you're fucked. It's not a question, it's a statement. Any questions on the straight ankle? Defending, attacking? So here, watch real quick. So Albert's gonna attack me, right? So I'm here. He's going for the attack. Go ahead, go. Start. So he's ripping into the ankle, so I don't like the pressure. I keep the foot. Look at how my chest is, keep going. My chest is turned the other way. I'm not leaning with him. Now he's going to a stomp, and now I can start leaning and removing the stomp, and now he's exposing himself to inside heel hooks. So when I'm here, go back to single leg X. Go ahead and go again. Start attacking. Attack. Look at how I'm not turning my chest. I turn my chest with him now. Watch. Now he's almost belly down. So I'm going to go this way as I peel the foot off. Go ahead, keep ripping into the leg locks. And when I keep this is what a lot of people do. Now that he's here, if I try to grab it, it's going to be hard. So I'm actually going to lean, starting to remove his ability to have like a good surface to press off of. And now I start pulling it through. And now that it's across my body, he's got an ankle lock, but I'm working on inside heel hooks. And I'll take this battle all day because I think I'm going to win that. I think I'm going to win that breaking battle. Okay. So if the foot's actually on you, it's a problem. So I'm going to have to start leaning and using my hips to help get it off. Now it's in the way. And now I'm here for heel hooks. People get frustrated when they go to single leg X and you do this and you keep that foot and they'll pull this one out. And now I'm just using my hips and my arms to help get it through. And now I'm attacking my heel hooks, okay? Does this make sense for ankle lock defense? But you see how when he wraps this, when he starts turning, if I follow, grabbing his legs in his hands, I'm giving him the belly down position. So the second he starts turning that way with his chest, I'm gonna turn this way, fuck that. And then I push the foot down, and then I start pulling my heel to my butt and building. Now he goes to a stomp, and now I'm using my hips to pass it. Now I can fall back on my own, and I'm in a better position than he is. Questions on the straight ankle lock before I talk heel hook defense? Ankle lock finishing. Everyone understand the threading the needle to go belly down, right? So if we switch this, if I have his ankle, I'm here, I'm squeezing, I'm trying to finish this. As he turns, I'm doing this. Look at how I forced him through that. Because I threaded the needle and I turned my own hips over, right? I threaded my leg under my other leg and I started kicking my butt into the air quickly. And I can force people belly down really well.
What did I do wrong right there?
Nothing, I'm just bigger than you.
Okay.
No, sit back. Yeah, because I'm here, I'm stretching actively. I still stretch with my left leg and now I thread the needle. And now my toes are way underneath me and I'll start driving off of them. And yeah, you would have to not allow me to start putting your weight this way and leaning that way. So you'd have to try to keep your weight diagonally that way. Yeah, see, now I don't want to go. Now I would want to turn in. And now you have to go back to keeping the foot off. Yeah, see, now we're back to that game, okay?
So you just have to balance the back and forth battle. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, no matter what, you're gonna have to switch.
Yeah, so because there's a weakness to every position, right? If I lean all my weight on the ankle, hard for you to ankle lock, easy for you to sweep, right? If I lean all my weight off the ankle, easy for you to finish, hard for you to sweep. So now there's like a between period where I need to find my comfortable zone of not leaning too forward onto my leg and then getting swept to the outside, and not leaning backwards and letting my foot come off the mat too much, because now they can just rip into ankle locks really well while you're just standing in this position. Okay?
Can we see you do the escape part one more time?
Yeah. He has my leg. I know he's gonna turn this way, so I take my torso that way and immediately I grab the top of his foot. I start peeling it and I pull my heel to my butt and I start coming up. And now I feel safe here. If I lean too far back, he could start like hooking under my knee and just like driving into this ankle lock. Yeah. There's a lot of variations of ankle locks where he could just rip into it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of weight down, but I don't wanna lean over it because now he could just sweep me easily off to that side again. So there's a sweet spot where I feel comfortable right here, where I don't feel like I'm getting swept or finished. And I'm gonna try to keep this foot as long as I can. If he tucks this under my knee, I'm gonna have to remove this via either this side or at the heel, because I gotta get their feet off of me. That's the only way they can leg lock me, is if their feet and their legs are involved. So don't fight the hands or the head. That's like last ditch effort. Unless you're in the middle of like a leg drag, then by all means crossface and all that. But otherwise, I'm here, I'm never here. He's just gonna bring his legs up and kick me back and start fucking me up. Yeah, exactly. I'm on the feet, controlling the feet. I'm here. When I'm ready, I'll start to pop through and start passing and going into triangles and whatnot.
Do you have a preference on grabbing to strip that foot? Because I know we talked about inbuilt lever versus the high inbuilt lever.
Yeah, you're talking about when it's under my knee? Or here?
Like when you're like standing up and then like,
Here, it's always just this.
Yeah.
See how I'm like karate chopping the toes and then I just push it off. Now I feel,
Like if you let go and you screw it up and he tries to put it under.
yeah, when he goes under, initially I'll put pressure on people's knee, but then I'll again go to the top of their foot and then I'll feed it again. And then when people naturally do this, this is where I start using my hips and pulling their leg through and fighting for my own attacks.
So you're gonna load that hip first to basically create like a spring and then shove it through.
Yeah, what happens is he's gonna get frustrated that this leg isn't involved, and they're just gonna start trying to like stomp on you with this one. And the second they do, I'm passing it through and going for my heel hooks.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do a forward roll going this way right now to start digging this inside heel hook out. Okay. So real quick now, talking about heel hook defense. So watch. They start initiating a heel hook. My knee retracts to my chest. I start pointing my toes, and you can even like curl your toes if you have the flexibility to, but it'll cramp my foot up a lot when I do this. But I pull my knee to my chest, I start pointing my toes, and I start to curl them, but I start to point my foot perfectly straight, and I push my heel through my partner's grip, okay? So on an outside heel hook, my partner turns here. Right here, if I start extending, he has the bite already. If you extend, you're adding tension to yourself. You're adding the submission. So initially he has the bite, I pull my knee to my chest, and now I push my foot through, and now I extend. I'm gonna extend at the very end of this. But initially my knee comes to my chest, I'm pointing my toes, I push my heel through the wrist, and then I extend my leg. He gets the bite, knee to chest, point the toes, and now I extend through. And this is the same on inside heel hooks. If we switch to an inside heel hook where he catches here, my knee comes to my chest, and now I'm extending afterwards. My knee comes to my chest, my toes point, and I extend my leg as I push my heel through the wrist.
You're just like slipping the heel out.
You're slipping the heel, yeah, this is how we slip the heel. My knee comes up, my toes point, and now I push my heel through, and then I re-extend.
On the outside heel hook, I feel like as soon as you extend it, like it gives me another opportunity to bite on it again. What are you doing to get out of that scramble?
Go ahead and, so I'm here, I retract, I do this. You said you're gonna bite on it again.
Well, also, when you're extending it,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you actually want my leg bent to do heel hooks.
Okay.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So now, on the reverse, because we're about to attack from here, this is how we set up the heel hooks. I'm grabbing, right? I'm jamming my thigh into my own hand and I lean my ribs over the shin. I'm not gonna reach for the ankle yet. Watch. Now I reach. Now I connect, and now I start stretching and hipping in to my heel hooks, okay? I'm not doing this and hoping I get the heel hook. I am jamming the knee and putting oppositional pressure between my thigh and my torso. Now I catch it while his leg is stuck. Now I connect my hands. Now I start turning belly down. My head goes down, my hips come up. I start driving off my feet and hipping into the side of their knee. For inside and outside heel hooks, this is true.
So you're pinching to hunt the opening, and then you're opening to finish, right?
I'll open my legs to finish on the inside heel hook. On this one, it doesn't matter. I can just pinch my knees and hip straight in. Right here. Yeah.
And then on that sequence defensively, as soon as you start trying that out, I want
Slip,
to
knee to chest, push the heel through, extend the leg. Yeah.
Of course, when you extend it out, it's out slightly. You can't just get it out there, because I don't feel comfortable being in there, you know?
What do you mean?
Like you don't want them to have a bite on it
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out. I see that it's out for like a second or two. You know?
Oh,
That's what you just kind of showed right now. I couldn't attack his heel when he extended it.
It's not as simple as when you slip the heel hook that you're just gonna be able to pull your leg out. When I pull my knee to my chest and I push the heel through, I'm pushing it back in to hide it too deep now.
I can't heel hook
And
it.
now it's gonna be really hard for him to heel hook it while my leg is straight.
And it's so fucking tight, you can't get it out.
Yeah, so what he should do here is take this hand, go behind my knee, and now jam your thigh into my knee and lean your rib there. Now now he's got a good bite. So get your good bite. And now he's gonna turn back belly down again. Now right here, look, I'm pulling my knee to my chest and I'm forcing it through. Now I extend. Now I can reattack or do whatever. Obviously, if you can't slip it, we're gonna have to start rotating with the heel. Right, but this is like slipping 101. Knee to chest, toes pointed, turn. And then to get people out of this stiff leg, you grab the back of their knee and you jam your thigh into it. And you lean your torso in opposition of your thigh to bend their leg. So on an inside heel hook, it would look like this. He's here, the leg's like this, jam, lift, torso. See how my thigh comes this way, my torso comes the other way. And now we catch. Now I put my head down and we have really strong finishes. Questions on slipping heel hooks or finishing mechanics?
You going belly down or just to the side?
I'm gonna put my forehead down on inside and outside heel hooks. I'm gonna put my forehead down, get my hips off the mat, and I'm gonna drive off my feet and hip thrust the side of their knee. Right, the knee bends forward and backwards. We're on the side of it, pushing the knee sideways. That's why the heel hooks are so dangerous.
So just belly down on the ankle lock?
I'll belly down ankle lock, I'll belly down on the heel hook, I'll belly down on all of them. If I have this outside heel hook, when I connect my grip, my head goes down, my hips come off the mat, and now I start driving off my feet and stretching that. And same thing on an inside heel hook, which I won't be able to do completely to him because he'll tap first. But I catch my bite, I go here. On the inside heel hook, my feet come together and my knees flare. My head comes down, my hips come up, and then you start hipping into the inside heel hook. Same thing.
That was gone a long time ago.
Yeah, it was gone a long time ago. Yeah, so be very careful. When we're doing this, because we're about to go live from the heel hook, this is a 3-second game. Bite it very tight, and your goal is to hold the heel for 3 seconds clean. And the partner is gonna be trying to slip it. You're not finishing the heel hooks. Yeah, because it gets you used to slipping them, and now we can build our confidence. And I talked about this before, similar to how we talked about like elbow passing. It's easier if you preset it in your mind to do it before they initiate it. If someone collar ties you and then you elbow pass them, that's cool. But if they are reaching for their collar tie and you elbow pass, it's a great way to take the back. Same thing here. If they're reaching for the heel hook and you retract and start pointing your toes, it makes it really hard for him now to even get the bite. Now bite on the heel hook. Right? Bite on it, bite on the heel hook. So now he's starting to get his bite. Now I'm actually retracting. Yeah, now he's biting. Now I'm retracting and trying to push my heel through. Now I actually have to use my hands to help me slip the heel. But initially I'm dragging and I'm pushing my heel into his ribs. So as he's here, I drag and I push my heel into the ribs. So he's gonna have to do a big adjustment. See how he's bending the leg like that? Like we worked on, he's trying to turn in opposition to get this good bend. Now the heel's exposed real well. Now it's gonna be really hard to slip it. And I still got the slip on, see what I mean? But I'm practicing my slipping and he's practicing his biting. That's the point of this. And you gotta try to bend my leg out too. If we start and I'm here and I flex my leg, he's gotta try to bend my leg. You see, he bent it out. Now I'm slipping. See how he can't get the initial bite? He still can't get the initial bite and I'm still fighting hands. He still can't get it. Still can't get it. Now my foot's down. Now I'm in the ankle. You see what I mean? Yeah. So now it's like I resist his initial heel hook attempt. And as he does a good job bending my leg, I start slipping the heel hook preemptively. That's where the real success on heel hook defense comes from. Questions? Again, we're not finishing the heel hooks. We're biting on them, and our partner is slipping. If you can't slip it in 3 seconds, it's over.
I'll get this in 5 years.
Yeah. All right, let's get it. On 3. 1, 2, 3.